The UKFM market size confusion. Explained £15 billion or £120 billion? FM market explained. If you have ever searched for UKFM market size, you have probably come away more confused than when you started. I am Baskar Sundaram, founder of Baachu Rain, and we have tracked UKFM contracts since 2018. Today I am going to explain why market estimates range from £15 billion to £120 billion, what each source actually measures, and how to choose the right number for your needs. Let us get into it. Here is the problem. Different credible sources give wildly different numbers. Tussell and government data, 13 to 15 billion. Frost and Sullivan, 30 to 35 billion. Baachu, 49 billion. Technavio, 65 to 80 billion. Mintel, 120 billion plus. If you are a PE investor, a strategy consultant, or an FM provider trying to size the market, which number do you use? The answer is, it depends on your question, because each source is measuring something different. What each source measures. Let me break down what each source actually captures. Procurement data from Tussell and government portals shows 13 to 15 billion. This captures contracts formally tendered under FM classification codes. But it misses substantial spend that is labeled as estates, maintenance, or infrastructure, and it misses everything in the private sector. Supplier revenue data from Frost and Sullivan shows 30 to 35 billion. This aggregates revenues from leading FM providers, but it misses contracts held by SMEs, regional players, and anyone outside the top tier. Contract level data from Baachu shows 49 billion. We track 10,863 actual contracts across public and private sectors. This is the visible, auditable, biddable market. Economic output data from Mintel shows 120 billion plus. This captures total economic activity related to facilities, including in-house delivery, energy, capital works. Real spend, but not all contestable. None of these sources are wrong. They are answering different questions. Procurement data answers, what is formally tendered as FM? Revenue data answers, what do big providers earn? Contract data answers, what is actually traded and biddable? Economic data answers, what is the total footprint of facilities activity? So which number should you use? If you are a PE investor screening opportunities, the contestable market matters. That is the 49 billion we track, plus the renewal pipeline. If you are a strategy consultant sizing a market entry opportunity, definition matters. Match your baseline to your client's question. If you are an FM provider planning growth, the biddable market matters. Where are contracts coming up? Which sectors? What timing? If you are in government procurement, reconciliation matters. You need to understand why your internal data shows 15 billion when external sources say higher. If you are an estates director benchmarking spend, sector data matters more than total market size. The right number depends on the decision you are trying to make. That is the framework. If you want the full analysis, including sector breakdowns, renewal pipeline, and the structural layers beyond visible contracts, we have published the UKFM Market Report. It is used by BCG, Bain, McKinsey, Deloitte, and Crown Commercial Service. Link in the description to request a copy. If this was useful, subscribe for more market intelligence content. See you in the next one.